Welcome back to OMBI Anganwadi. In this video, we will learn how to retrieve data from more than one table whenever the information is spread across multiple tables. Let's see this example. We have three tables: department, employee, and projects. Suppose I ask you, in which department does Rahul work? The immediate answer would be department 2, and then you would refer back to the departments table and say that department ID 2 refers to IT. But with the help of SQL, can you combine this information into a single result set? The answer is yes, and that's exactly what joins help us to do. In simple, join helps us to combine the data from two tables based on a related column. And here the related column between the employee and department table is the department ID. So with the help of this common or key column, SQL compares and combines the data from these two tables. Similarly, we also see that the related column between the employees and the projects table is the employee ID. Let's now move ahead and understand what are the different types of joins that SQL has. The first one is the inner join. So what does an inner join do? Based on the key column or the related column, inner join compares and returns only the common values between the two tables. The next type is the left join or the left outer join. The left join picks up all the values which are present in the left table along with the common values between the two. Next we have the right join or the right outer join. This works the other way around. It picks up all the values from the right table along with the common ones between the two. The last type is the full outer join. This is like A union B or a left union right. So it returns all the values whether it is common or not common. That is everything from the left table and the right table along with the common ones. So now we will understand each of the joins with the help of an example and a query. For the examples, we will be making use of the same three set of tables. Now let's go through the first example. Show all the employees along with the department they belong to. Now in this OMBI database, I have the three tables created. So let's see how we have to write our query. We have the employee names as part of the employees table. So let's take a look at the employees. We have employee name and the department ID into which each employee belongs. But since we want the department name to be displayed, we will have to join the departments table with the employee table, and here we use the inner join. So inner join departments. Next, to make the SQL server understand based on what column the values need to be compared, we give the joining condition. So before that, let's give an alias name for the two tables, E and D, and let's write the joining condition saying E dot department ID, that is the department ID which belongs to this table, E as in employees, equal to D dot department ID. So this is our joining condition, and with the help of this, SQL Server understands that this is the column which needs to be compared between the two tables, and the common records need to be returned because the inner join is used. And in the select list, we will mention what columns we need in our output. So it would be E.employee name, comma, E.department ID, comma, D.department name. So this makes it clear about which column belongs to what table. When we execute, we can see all the employees along with the department into which they belong. And we also know that 1 is the HR department, 2 is IT, and 3 being finance. Now let's take a look at the departments table also separately. Here we see 4 departments which is present, that is the department ID 4 being marketing. But we didn't see this entry in our previous output here. This is because there are no employees in the marketing department yet. And since the inner join compares and picks up only the common values between the two, the department ID 4 was omitted from the result set. So we saw only those departments which had employees in them. Now moving on to the examples of left and right join. Now let's go to our second example, that is show all departments and the employees working in them, including any department having no employees yet. So back to my query window. Now what we want is to see all the departments and employees inside them, including the department with no employees. So now what do? We select the employee table and get the e.employee name, and instead of an inner join, since we want to see all the records, that is all the departments from the department table, we use the right outer join and say right outer join departments D and pass the same joining condition, that is e dot department ID equal to d dot department ID. This right join ensures that all the department IDs from the right table, that is the department table, is picked up along with the common ones also from the employees table. So let's add the department names also here, that is d dot department name, and take a look at our result set. Yes, now we are able to see that the marketing department is also part of the result set because of this right outer join. Let's move ahead to the next example. Show all employees and their assigned projects, including employees with no projects. Now here, since the tables involved are employees and projects, let's have a look at the projects table. Here the projects table includes the employee ID. So here this is supposed to be our key column or the related column on the basis of which we do the join. Let's write our query now. Select star from employees E, and next we join this employees table with the projects table with the help of the left outer join. Why we use the left outer join is that this projects table has only those employee IDs who have been assigned with the projects, but the others who have not yet been assigned are not part of this projects table. So since we want all the employees, irrespective of whether they have projects or not, we use the left outer join and say left outer join projects with the alias name P on the common column being employee ID. Between these two we say E dot employee ID equal to P dot employee ID. Here the employee table being the left table, this will pick up all the employee IDs from the employees table. So let's include the ID also in the result set. E dot employee ID comma E dot employee name and say P dot project name and run the query. So this gave us all the employees who are part of the employees table, and if they had a project assigned, the project name is also printed here, and if there is no project assigned to them, it is printed as a null. Now let's go to our last example, display every department and every employee. So this is where our full outer join comes into picture, because we want all departments and all employees irrespective of whether a department has employees in them or not. So let's join the employee table and the department table using the full outer join. E is the alias name and we want the employee name and full outer join departments. The joining condition is again based on the department ID here. So it would be E dot department ID equal to D dot department ID. In our select list, we also want the department name. So D dot department name. Let's run the query now. We got this error because I have given department name here instead of ID, and the SQL server will not be able to compare an integer with the string. So this is the reason for this error. So let's correct this and say department ID and run it now. Yes, we got all the employees as well as all the departments. This employee Kevin has not yet been allotted to any department, so it is null, and marketing department has no employees in it. The difference between our first example what we saw is that the inner join omitted these two records because they were not common between the two tables, but full outer join picked up these two records as well because it retrieved all the data from the two tables including the common and the not common ones. Now we have come to the end of this video where we learned how we can join multiple tables and get the desired result set. Do like the video if you found it useful and subscribe to OMBI Anganwadi. Stay tuned for more content.